Moshe Hammer. I was born in Hungary and raised in Israel and have been a Canadian for the last 40 odd years. I started violin when I was about 6, and I was quite good, I'm told. When I became about 13, 14, I knew this was my calling. In the summer of 2005, Toronto went through a horrific summer. And I remember being physically hurt because of what was happening day in and day out in Toronto. Children shooting each other and carrying guns all over the place. And one day, it came to me that violins and violins almost sound the same. And I said, hooray, I know what I'm going to do. We'll turn one into the other. And that's how it all started.
I mean, after school, like on Wednesdays and stuff, I play the violin, and sometimes at home, I'll play it and sometimes it'll keep me from going outside to do like trouble.
My goal is to have these kids not only teach them how to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, Hot Cross Buns, and Beethoven's Ode to Joy, but also to give them life skills which will in turn make them into a more successful adult, a more responsible adult, and one that contributes to our community in a more meaningful way.
Before I played, I just wasted time, like 3 hours of playing the games, but now I just narrowed it down to 1 to 2 hours, and I played this for about an hour a day.
Most of the kids that we teach would not be able to afford any music lessons whatsoever. And all this is done totally free of charge to the kids. They get an instrument for the year that they take home, hopefully practice. Some of them don't, but that's okay. They take it home and they practice. They give it back to us for the summer. Then we give them a bigger instrument the next year because they usually grow a little bit.
I'm really happy that I have William to practice violin every day, and including supporting from Mr. Hammer, teach him. And by myself, I told William, I said, you have to learn. If Mr. Hammer not supporting you, I'm not be able to pay for that. That's what I tell him. So, and William, he understands.
I think taking instrumental music out of the schools is probably at least, if not more, unethical than saddling students with high amounts of debt when they graduate university. It is really taking something away from them that they need to have. And so, if Hammer Band can be in every single school in the GTA and beyond, I think that would be a great direction for it.
Every violin that we can raise money for, every teacher's fees, and every violin repair or strings or music and music stands, everything that we need to spend money on, if we can have help with that, it would be absolutely phenomenal. Violin out of the box, out of the way.
I want to be an archaeologist, but it's a lot of work.
If you want to do anything successfully, you have to put in effort. Period. You have to. I asked them, you want to be a lawyer? Yeah. You have to really work hard to be a lawyer. Whatever it is. So let's see if you can work on the violin. See if you can learn that tune.
Being an archaeologist, you have to dig for stuff, and if you don't find what you're looking for, you kind of get mad. So when you play the violin, you kind of relieve that anger and stuff, stress. So I think it will help me.
At first it was difficult for me, but I got better when I practiced.
You could be anybody. All of our kids start from nothing. They don't know how to hold a violin. They don't know what a violin is. They don't know how to read music. They don't know what a note is, and we teach them from scratch.
Today, when I picked it up, it was easy. But when I started, it was kind of hard because I didn't know how to hold it.
Every time when Mr. Hammer need William go to have the performance, I always support him. I always bring him. Every time, I never miss a time, I tell you the truth. I just, if my husband is busy, I tell Mr. Hammer, I said, whenever you have a date, just tell me early. I'd rather take a day off, and I bring those 4 or 5 children together every time.
What do your parents think about you playing the violin?
I'm not sure.
Have you talked to them about it?
No.
Why not?
I guess because they're busy doing stuff, and I'm in my room all the time. We never actually see each other in a day.
How does that make you feel?
I'm okay, but
If your child brings home something beautiful and amazing like a violin that they've just started learning in school, just take time to engage them, ask them what they're doing, because I think to these kids there's really nothing more beautiful than their mom or dad coming up and saying, hey, what's up? Like, what did you do today?
I wish my dad was more aware that I was playing the violin.
Most parents have no checking account, so for them to give a deposit actually means the $20 literally taken away from them. It's the cash that they have to live without, or $100 in some some schools. And by the 3rd or 4th week, she said, please don't let me leave this, keep me in this class, because the violin is the most beautiful thing I ever heard in all the world, she said. And she said, she gave me a Ziploc bag, and inside was 5 quarters. And I said, I don't need your money, you don't have to pay. But she said, but I'm gonna give you this every week just so that you could keep me in the class. I said, I'll be your sponsor for this year.
I really feel that music lessons change the way a person thinks. Learning about a music that is 300 years old is learning about humans making art. And the school systems, maybe across the world, are focusing more on the maths and the science and the readings and the things that get you to university. And art is, I think, being taken out of some of the curriculum. And so a personal goal for me is that music and art makes us human. It's the way that we communicate our emotions and our ideas about the world. And so if these children that don't have those opportunities have another chance to experience art, to experience music, and feel that the joy of expressing those human emotions through music, I think that changes who they are as a person, and changes the way they're going to treat other people. Doesn't matter if they go into university for arts or anything. Whatever they go into, the way that they treat other people in relationships is going to be different if they can have this identity of, I'm special, I can make music, and that comes a lot from music, especially for music that is not what they listen to on the radio. It's learning about a different culture, learning to live with people of different cultures and different art. I think that really is going to widen their horizons.
I would like to continue the violin so I could teach younger kids to start practicing violin and give them opportunity to learn.
one of the main points and highlights of the year is when we put a lot of kids together into this all-school concert, we call it an all-school concert. Last year we had 300 boys and girls playing together, and let me tell you, that was a happening.
I really like to perform in front of big people, and I wasn't nervous at all because there was a lot of people beside me, so they helped me too.
Well, before the concert, I was a little confident because like Alex was beside me and he would help me on stuff. Like during the concert, I seen him get a little nervous, so I got a little bit more nervous.
While we were practicing in the rooms, I was like thinking this was gonna be easy, and then when we stepped on the stage, and then I seen how many people there was, and I started to get nervous.
To me, when I saw my son play on a concert, and after everybody clapped, and I feel like, wow, I'm proud of him. I said, I couldn't believe that he can play that much. And Mr. Hammer always told me that he's very talented.
Go! In time! Good! Hey!
When I was playing, I was also nervous and scared that I was gonna make a mistake or something. And after the concert, I was just relieved it was done.
I was relieved that it was done, but then it made me more confident to do more concerts in the future.
Well, I'm hard on myself because when I make a mistake, I don't know, I get mad and then I stop, but then he tells me to keep going.
I've been doing better in school. I've been able to make new friends, and yeah, everything's positive.
When you see yourself and you compete with yourself, you know exactly what to do better on. And then when you like compete with someone else, you don't really know what they're better than you in. So you have to do it on everything, like get better in everything, not just that one thing.
One of our mottos is, mistakes are okay. Then fix them. And that's, again, a very important learning for everything in life. Make a mistake, then fix it. So I put kids to play on their own, and they tell me, oh, I'm so scared. I said, what are you scared of? I said, I'm afraid of making a mistake. Well, make one. But play with attitude.